That was awkward. My everything on my computer just started crashing, like one by one. Like bit by bit, everything just started collapsing. So I'm getting back to it now. Sorry, guys. I don't know what that's never happened. Said something about web viewer. Next thing I know, everything was gone. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to where we were. Good thing I write down notes because I would have been like, what the hell were we talking about? Okay, so let's go ahead and get everything back up the way it's supposed to be. Still don't have the other chat. Like, is something up with yo, yo, yo? Sign in with Google. Thank you. All right. So there's that. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I don't even. I had to restart my whole computer and everything. I think as much as I've like tried to clean up this computer, it's not even that well. It feels like it's not that old because for old folks, you know, years go by like days. But it has been like, I think I've had this computer for like 2 years now. And I've been saying for that 2 years that I was going to just rebuild one and build one properly because it's a laptop. I should not be running all this stuff on a laptop. Not this kind of laptop. This is like a consumer laptop. If I like built one, then it'd be different. But I said that I was going to build a desktop. Do you check your Discord often? Not really, no. I need to be better at it. I really need to be better at it. Lois Lane won a Pulitzer Prize. Why would she get an Emmy? No, I don't check it that often. I do need to be better at that. But honestly, like right now, especially with how my life is going, like I'm going to have to try to organize the stream. Like I need to figure out, I have to reorganize the scheduling for the stream because I have some stuff coming up. Work-wise, life-wise, where it's like I'm going to have to find when I can still stream. I don't want to go back. Before I did the streaming stuff, what I used to do was just make YouTube videos, put them out, you know, whatever. And that's always going to be possible. I don't want to stop streaming. That's the sad part. It's hard for me to justify streaming because I don't get paid for it. Like this isn't my primary source of income. I call it McDonald's money. It's some nice money to take my daughter to McDonald's with. You know what I'm saying? I sent a message to like two weeks ago. Yeah, exactly. I'm not on there. I'll check it later though. I'll check it later. Sorry, P. Sorry, XP. How did the big date go? No worries if you don't have. It went well. I will say this. So I cooked the pan-seared salmon, and they say like, she's not gonna see this, right? They say like if you're like falling for somebody, let's just put it in the words like that, then you oversalt your food. I oversalted out of the salmon. I did. I was like, oh, it's so salty. And then I undersalted the rice, and I was like, come on, man, get it together. And she was like, no, I love it. I love it, because she can't cook. She's like, no, I love it. I was like, you don't have to lie to me about it. You can be honest. But yeah, I oversalted the salmon. I was upset. I was like, promise next time it won't be this. And she was like, no, I love it. I was like, because you're British, you guys don't know food. Anyway. So, I have enough also to take up. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of stuff to do. All right, so Lantern Team, we're gonna trying to get back on track after all that stuff, which includes Guy Gardner, rebuilding Guy Gardner. Aquaman, what's up, Runes? Aquaman, we're gonna show teams with him in the back line. Swamp Thing and Penguin, I need to revisit. And then there was something that somebody else said. Oh, and then XP, I'm going to try to make a solid promise to like, I've been saying that over and over and over again. I need to be on the Discord more. And it's not even because like I feel some obligation to you guys, which I kind of do, but you guys seem to have fun in there anyway. It's that I actually genuinely have fun when I'm messaging folks on Discord. I genuinely like enjoy like messaging. It's just one of those old man needs to put the new thing in his routine. You know what I mean? I'm even pulling away from WhatsApp lately. So anyway, I do need to do that more just for my own mental well-being. It's fun talking to you guys on Discord. I have a good group of people who follow me, and you guys are fun and awesome, and I like engaging with you. If I'm being real, I'm terrified. All those horror stories I have from like content creators, and for like the woman I was dating before this, she would tell me before the woman I'm dating now. I can say it now. She was a model and is becoming an actress. She worked as a director in an automotive company that I don't think I'm allowed to say. And she would tell me the stuff that people would send to her, and it was some of the most vile, hateful, evil stuff. And that's always been my fear of just having people sending vile, evil ish just over social media. And I don't have anybody like that. We can disagree and everything else. And even the most disrespectful person in there isn't doing this. I can't even tell you what Buddy said. I don't think it's allowed on YouTube. Not even like it's not allowed on YouTube or you'll get a no. I don't think they would. I think they would remove the video if I told you the stuff that he said to her. Or anyway, or that has been said to her. And so like social media, this whole thing here, especially since I'm not getting paid off, and she wasn't either, so that's why she doesn't have to really worry about it much. She had another career, but like this whole thing can bring out some vile human beings, and I don't like when people say the internet is bad. It's no, it's just that those monsters are out there, and they don't give about it, right? Anyway, so that's always been my fear, but like I like engaging with you guys. This is fun. I want to keep the stream going even through the changes in my life. I want to find a way to keep this up because it is so fulfilling for me. It's for I like you guys. It's for selfish as hell reasons. I like this. It's fun. This brings a spark to my day. So like, it's for selfish. It's not money because it's not enough. But like, but it's like I genuinely enjoy it. So I really want to do it. Dude, I'm telling you, it was. When she described it, I was like, it's a good, like as a friend and a human being, like, cause she's not a bad person, like she's really not. We just didn't mix, but like, and she wasn't nearly as vapid or whatever as I thought she would be. She's incredibly intelligent, but like, if I had like been her dude at that time, I would have tracked Buddy down. I don't give a damn what country you're in. You don't send that to people. Like that was one of those like, if we had been in the U.S., FBI need to get involved kind of things. That kind of thing. Put it that way. That kind of thing. FBI needs to be knocking on Buddy's door because you've done that before. Let's put it. Okay, we'll leave it alone. We're happy times. So, happy that I have the little community that I have, and I need to engage in you guys more and show that I do not take you for granted and be on the Discord more and show my appreciation. And also, it makes me feel better. All right, so now we will go to Lantern. Okay, so I'm going to work on Guy Gardner real quick, fix him. I still have the League Shop stuff I need to worry about, too. I forgot that I was going to reset. That's my bad. League Shop. So Guy Gardner. Where you at? There we go. And actually, in terms of rank up, it may be part of the reason is that I don't have him up to rank 9. That may be part of the reason why he's not performing the way I would like him to. Additionally, I have not even activated his badge, which goes to the badge tier list, which may actually get pushed back for the day. I only have, thanks to that whole shutdown, I only have like another hour, 15 minutes, because my daughter's here today, so breakfast time. Anywho, so we'll go here for the attack. So, so let's replace this with attack. Okay, and now, and for those who don't know, because somebody, I can't remember who it was, but we had like a disagreement about like poison ivy in this room, and I can understand where his point was coming from, but I was shifting my thought process because of what I specifically had. So leading into that, if you don't know, if you haven't seen any of my gear videos, what I like to do is single target attackers. I like to put 4 attack, 2 crit. This is independent of whether these are bonus attack stats or not. I'll get to that percentage stuff in a minute. So with Guy Gardner, since he's single attack, granted now on his AoE, not his AoE, on his basic, he can throw 3, which could lean you towards crit. However, it even says that the last lob is guaranteed to be a crit shot. So this makes me want to add more attack, because crit is a multiple of attack anyway. So if you do crit, then that crit shot is going to be heavier. However, because it's a single attack, you're not going to be likely to crit unless you get somebody like Judo Master. So like Judo Master has this thing in his kit where he's gonna crit all the time, basically. So Judo Master building Judo Master with crit makes no sense because he doesn't need it. He crits. He has a 70% chance of critting before he gets to all of his extra stuff. So just put a bunch of attack because the crit is based off the attack. Now, if it's an AOE damage dealer, it's a probability game now. So with Green Arrow, for example, so does Doctor Fate, Doctor Strange, wrong universe, Doctor Fate. AOE attacks are 3 attacks that hit everybody. So that means you get 15 attacks total. So if you're critting on 15 attacks, let's say your crit rate is low. Say it's 33% because that makes the math easier. That means out of the 15 times, I'm going to crit 5, right? So that means I'm more likely to crit because there's more opportunities to crit based on what they're doing as an AoE attacker. So with Guy Gardner, for me, since he clearly DPS, clearly, mostly clearly, a single target damage dealer, I want to have attack because I can guarantee the attack height. I can't guarantee that he's gonna crit. With Green Arrow, he's gonna crit. Doctor Fate, he's gonna crit. Wonder Woman, they're gonna crit because they're hitting everybody. There's more opportunities, so at least a couple of those characters are gonna get a crit shot. That's the thought process. So the attack right now that I'm looking for. Do I have an attack piece here? And then this is an attack. Oh, this has crit on it. I do kind of want to leave it as opposed to this one, which would have. Oh, that's HP anyway. So am I tempted to replace this? I don't think I have any. I will replace this with that piece, giving him slightly less defense, and I may come back to it later. So is it better to have how? Good question. Just got done watching Creature Commandos. I highly recommend, but not for the kids. I really want to watch Creature Commandos too. What's up, Gabriel? I gotta remember you guys' name because it still won't show me the names. It's a damage streamer bot. Get it together. I do want to watch Creature Commandos. I don't have Hal. I have John. And putting that artifact on John. Oh, wait. Or should I put that artifact on Guy Gardner? Guess who got the bride banner? That's right, Supergirl. Wait, what? Bravo. This game is nuts sometimes. Okay, that's just funny. That's just funny. Congratulations on pulling a mediocre character from a pretty good character's banner. Okay, that is hilarious. Hilarious. Also, when it comes to this, so I didn't check for it because I don't think I have any. I mean, I could check for it now. Additional to this is that I would look for attack bonus pieces first, the percentage, and then if not attack bonus pieces, there is a crit piece that I could put right here to help increase his crit. So we can see if that. And in fact, let's just look real quick just to see if there's anything out there floating around with attack bonus. I remember there was one that was just out there, like a Peacemaker HP piece. That may not be there anymore. This is all HP bonus. Ooh, wait, why are you not being used? What? So we can put that on him just for the time being. Oh, because it's HP versus attack. That's why it's not up. That is why it's not up there. Okay. So, Creature Commandos is 7 20-minute episodes. Oh, okay. But don't they have a season 2? Is Flash even good? I wouldn't say pursue him. He's good. He's a good character, but it's not like, oh my god, I need to go get Flash. It's like, I'd be happy with Flash. Mr. Terrific is crit 4P. I don't do that for Mr. Terrific. I put him in 4 speed because you're not bringing Mr. Terrific for damage anyway. Like, he does not do great damage. He is straight support, as the tag says, and so I want that to happen as much as possible. So I put him in speed and I think maybe attack, but like speed was my main priority for Mr. Terrific. Let's see. So yeah, I don't have any attack bonus pieces that I could put here on Guy Gardner. Yeah, see, they're all. I'm not taking enough poison ivy because she's a beast. Yeah. Attack bonus. Oh yeah, that's where I did with this. I put this attack bonus piece on Superman DCU. That's the one I was thinking about. I don't think so. I watched it a month ago or something, and there was no season. Okay, because they put. Oh, maybe that was season 1 that came out. Oh yeah, I totally bought the new bunker. I totally bought Martian Manhunter. It's why I want Martian Manhunter now. Because I bought that bunker. I couldn't resist. It screwed up my budget for that whole shop, and that's okay. That was a smart way to get in my, well, not my pockets, but in my coffers. That was a smart way to do it. DC Worlds Collide. You got me. You got me. Why is Harley Quinn holding on to this? Oh, because I was experimenting. I was experimenting. So what we're going to do, Harley, is remove this from you. Cool. We'll put that there. Let me see. Does Harley also have like a... Where are you at, Harley? Harley! Oh, yeah, so she has speed. Okay, so that. Maybe Harley has another attack piece and I'm kind of ignoring it. I think that should be good. It'd be easier if I did that. I think that, yeah, she does. She does. Because I can't remember who it was I was experimenting. You guys can see the video if you want it. Don't chase it. But yeah, that's what it was. So this is what I'm going to do with him for right now. He's not going to do a damn thing in what I'm trying to do in PvE right now. So that is what it is. Now here's the thing about the Lantern Gauntlet. Shields applied by the bearer also grant 10% damage reduction. So I have this on John Stewart. I was thinking about putting it on Guy Gardner. It would be awesome on Lex because Lex gives everybody shields. I'm going to watch the Suicide Squad series this weekend. I didn't know they had a series coming out. You guys are like, oh. I have none to put my gauntlet on. Oh, you don't have any lanterns? No one to put your gauntlet on. You don't have like Jessica Cruz maybe? She's good. And she puts shields on other people, so that would give them damage reduction. So it wouldn't be a bad thing to put it on her. Should I activate this badge? He does have a pretty good badge though, which would happen in the epic tier list, but I don't think I'm doing that today. Now we've gotten distracted. We've pulled away. So Guy Gardner, I've redone his gear. This is not fantastic. This isn't great. He's not gonna do great, but it only applies to lanterns. Yeah, but I mean he could do it to time out. It only applies to lanterns, would it? And I don't think it would. Where's Sinestro? I don't think it would be useful on him, but can I put... Yeah, I can't put... It's only green lanterns. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, it does. It only applies to green lanterns, not lanterns in general. Okay, where was I at? So the lantern team. Aquaman. Running Aquaman on the back row. I guess we go to team-ups. That'll be the easiest way to show it. Flash. Actually, damn, that would have been fun to do because then I could show the block. Oh. Yep, alright, so. Running him in the back row. One of my favorite things to do is bup, Aquaman. And then this will just be a ridiculous one. So, by the way, for you guys who are like, oh, you can't run 3 tanks, you can't run 4 tanks. Like someone brought this up and I'm just like pointing it out. I'm being very deliberate in this right now. Let's see. So we're going to have Bane does not matter at the moment because he's going to get ramped up. We're going to put John Stewart here. The entire role right now is for Aquaman, and this is not going to be that big of an issue. Aquaman helps the survivability of all 3 of these dudes, especially Bane, because he can be squishy, because he does want some of his health gone. I want some of his health to be affected so that he can proc his healing, but at the same time, if his health gets too low before he gets a chance to recover, it's a problem. So Aquaman here is going to basically support all of these tanks in what they're doing. They should not get too low, truth be told. Okay, it was you? Okay. So what's going to happen next? We're all going to get hit. A bunch of heals are going to go out. If anybody drops, this may actually even be a bad example. I may just, well, let's see. It may be that they just get a mud hole stomped in them. Let's see. Or it may be that I don't make it. I don't know if Aquaman, when I say don't make it, as in time-wise. It may time out first. Wait, wasn't there supposed to be more heals that went out to Bane there? What's going on? What? Why aren't you blocking like that for real? What's going on? I don't think that this is really going to show, now that I think about it, I don't think it's really going to show Aquaman off too much. Because I don't see, oh wait, that's the issue. That's the issue. Am I going to be this nitpicky? Oh wait, nope, Green Arrow's about to get hit. Nah, we'll wait. I'll show it on something else. What's up, Lionel? Just realized the other day that they did Nightwing dirty. My boy got no cake at all. Oh, you mean his birthday? The Nightwing day? They never celebrated that, did they? Is that what you mean? Was this about a lantern team? Okay, so I'm going to try to show it. Someone keeps telling me to try lantern, to do the lantern team in my comment section. Only thing I can think that they mean, I don't have Hal Jordan. Only thing I think that they mean is that they want me to try to run Jon Stewart, Jessica Cruz, and Guy Gardner together. I just worked on some of Guy Gardner's gear because I honestly just let him fall away really fast when Mr. Terrific came out. And I gave him a very, very negative rating. And I think part of that is because, yeah, this does not show Aquaman at all. He's just there helping out. Although the exhaust and the shelter that he puts on does help with survivability, I don't think I'm really worried about that with these folks. I think Guy Gardner, once Mr. Terrific came out, I was like, Guy Gardner sucks because I was comparing him to Mr. Terrific, and a lot of epics suck compared to Mr. Terrific, even though they may be good. So, yeah, this does not show off Aquaman at all. Let's do it a different way. We will go to, we'll do this simulation, which also failed. And then we'll use this to show several Aquaman teams. Oh, and then I can also show some Swamp Thing teams here as well. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do it this way. I've had only 8 stars. He's okay. He needs 10 for sure to be a true force, in my opinion. That's what I was thinking. Jordan, back when he was playing the game, I think that's what he was saying. He got him up to rank 10 relatively quickly, and it was like, yo, get him to rank 10. He's really good. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show off a team that has the Bride, that has Constantine, you know, my favorite character in the game, Constantine. I think I can run Pandora here too for additional heals. And then we can put whoever in this slot. Who are we going to put in that slot? We could do Jon Stewart. Well, they are going to be susceptible to tactical if I do just tactical. They're going to give us debuffs. So I'm tempted to put in Mr. Terrific. Now, why is this working? Bride and her kit, and this is just one example of using him in the back. And I'm going to put him in the back over Mr. Terrific because I want Mr. Terrific to work as a tank and direct the damage in other places. I was running this team with Peacemaker. Peacemaker isn't a bad shot either. Not a bad shot at all. So basically, he has it in his kit to where when you sacrifice, instead of you sacrificing the full 100%, you're only going to sacrifice 25%. She also recovers when an enemy causes her to sacrifice HP or lose HP, which Constantine does. She heals for 50% of what was lost. So in the end, it seems as though she's actually gaining health every time that Constantine makes her sacrifice HP, because Aquaman, 75% of it, 50% of it, doesn't that mean a plus? I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, but it feels fun when it does. We're going to use just Mr. Terrific just to get these debuffs off of us and maintain it. And actually, you know what? Let's run Mara with, let's put hubby and wifey together. This helps him with sustainability. I would like Mara to be ranked 10, honestly, so I could put them in the front row together. Let's see. We're going to run you right, meow, you right, meow, you right, meow, you right, meow. Okay. So even though Scarecrow dies in like 5, that's the, if Scarecrow was an epic. He'd be so much fun with this Poisons team. Okay, so this is the run, and I'll run it a little bit slower so you can see. Yeah, we have no team synergy, but I'll run it a little bit slower so you can see that when the bride gets to her turn, she's gonna have to sacrifice the HP, get strong attack, give out hard hit. So here we go. So, where's her turn? Is her turn coming up after Firestorm? Ooh, almost. So shields up because we took a lot of damage there. He's gonna protect the tank. Now we have hard hit and strong attack. Strong attack came because Constantine's making her sacrifice her HP. So the strong attack gets added to her. The hard hit comes up because whenever she has her HP damaged by an ally, she gives hard hit to herself and every ally on the back row. Because of Aquaman's ability to reduce the amount of sacrifice, she's not going to fall nearly as fast. In fact, nobody on this whole team is going to fall nearly as fast. It's reducing the damage that Constantine is doing by 75% overall to his own team. We're going to get additional attack benefits here. So that is one way, like Aquaman, just for this little comp, is amazing. We can do another comp after this. Okay. Yeah, it's really good because of the hard hit. I like Star Sapphire with John, Jessica, Mr. Terrific, and Cyborg. Star Sapphire, who I did like in the very beginning of the game, I just haven't developed her enough. I need to rank her up more. But I do like, especially since they turned that lifesteal thing into heals, like she should be also great running her with Zatanna. That way, when anyone crits, she should be getting her damage ramped up. But having fun with Scarecrow and my poison team with Swamp Thing. That's the what's up, Shelt? Damn, I wish Scarecrow was an epic. Damn. Like damn. Okay. I wonder how this damage does. Next team to run with Aquaman. Itchy nose. Actually, we could run, well, I wanted to keep him on the back row, right? Which, if I'm running Aquaman with Swamp Thing, I'm probably putting Aquaman in the front row over Swamp Thing in the front row. But we can still do that here now with Poison Ivy. Because he will help, even though Swamp Thing is a squishy tank in my view. And again, like, I don't know if that's rank 8 or not. So now, we have 7 mil. I said he wasn't there for attack. Man, was I wrong? 5.4, 5.5, 5.3, 1.9. And look at all the heals distributed by Aquaman, keeping everybody alive because of the whole sacrifice thing. Well, right now what we're theory crafting, I'm showing my theories behind Aquaman and Swamp Thing. We're going to do a little bit of Swamp Thing and Aquaman right now. And I think Penguin's going to be in the front row with him. Let's see. So we go to fight, and I think Ivy's first ult with Scarecrow helps after Swamp Thing's ult is nice. Yeah, I don't even have Swamp. I don't think I even have Scarecrow in my level link anymore, because once I put him in, I don't know what level you're at. Once I put him in, he only gets up to level like 200 and something. Oh, and I did also strip his rank stuff for materials. So Scarecrow is only sitting over here, rank 3, level 6. Wouldn't Pandora Kid Flash be better? Their synergies included. Oh yeah, I'm just displaying stuff. I think, well, some would say Pandora, some would say Kid Flash. But yeah, I'm just displaying stuff. Oh, but do you mean like Pandora and Kid Flash over what? Mera, probably? Because Mera I don't run with Aquaman that much just because of like the limitation of them having to be right next to each other. Let's see. So we will go, what was I saying? Swamp Thing. So we'll put Penguin in. I did redo some of Penguin's gear, so it's okay now. It's okay. We will do Swamp Thing. Despite the fact that I do not want him in the front row, I want to use him in the back row. We will put in Poison Ivy. Swamp Thing needs to go before Poison Ivy so he gets those poisons out there, then Poison Ivy. Those two in the back. Now here's the funny part of what I could do. I could do another 4 tank setup again. Because I said I don't want Swamp Thing in the front row. I don't know that Aquaman can provide enough heals to heal him back up when he inevitably takes too much damage. I hate building Penguin. I do too. However, here's the problem with Penguin. I was working on the badge tier list, the epic badge tier list with everybody on the stream last time. And I looked at the badges of Kid Flash and Jon Stewart, two of my favorite characters in the game. Their badges suck. Their badges are terrible. Does Mara have to be? Yeah, she literally has to be like next to him. It can't even be like. It can't be like she's here and he's like here in the back row, like next to. She has to literally be like in Poison Ivy slot or this slot if it's gonna work. It's obnoxious. Or in the front row next to each other. It's so. I don't even run them that much. There's nope. There's not a badge tier list now. There is us working on a badge tier list. We started working on it 2 days ago. I work on it on the stream so people can give their like opinions and stuff. Let me know like, am I tripping, or hey, no, this is actually good if you wait and use it XYZ. So all right, so now he provides extra excuse me, extra damage to the back row. Ooh, I could. No, we're only at 2.6 right now. They're gonna wreck our face. Let's get somebody in this a little bit stronger. She's the only damage dealer at this point. Who would work well with them? Sinestro would. You're putting out a lot of debuffs. Sinestro likes debuffs. Here's hoping this is okay. This team is so much stronger than us. But I mean, it's not supposed to win anyway. We just need to survive. So basically, what he's going to do is keep their survivability up. He is squishy, so Aquaman is going to keep him alive with School of Fish. He is not as squishy as I once thought. He seems to be surviving pretty well. I say that now, and then he's going to get kicked in the face and make me look stupid. He keeps them around. Then poisons go out from Swamp Thing, Poison Ivy, cracks faces. All those debuffs go out, drops down his ultimate point cost to 3, and then he cracks faces again. So let's see how... Oh, no, I didn't mean to skip battle. I want us to see how that goes. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. I might run it again so you guys can see. Well, as you can see, Swamp Thing did survive, and Swamp Thing ended up putting out 9 million in heals. Yay. Thanks to the poisons and everything. Poison Ivy, star of the show, decided to put out 10 million in damage, and Sinestro put out 9. So, that is, that was pretty good. I'll show it this time so you guys can see how it works. But, that wasn't bad. You use Raven on your poison team. Why? I'm not saying it's a bad idea. But you would, I mean, do you not have Sinestro? Do you use Raven over... So I guess you would have Penguin, Swamp Thing, Poison Ivy, Raven, and then what? Kid Flash or Pandora for the heals? Excuse me. Excuse me. My throat is really, really scratchy right now. Okay, so we will show this now. Now speaking of Penguin, what's good with old dude from the last video telling you to do with your page? I was ready to get him. Don't. Like with those people, it is one of those like I ignore them because they're not worth it. I'm not like I just went on this little bitty rant about how much I appreciate people on my stream and how much I appreciate like everybody in the Discord and having a good time. That comes with little pests that you just have to ignore. It is what it is. A lot of people who know exactly what to do with everybody else's stuff but won't do it themselves. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I will say this for those for you guys, I want this to be a place where you come have a good time and we talk about stupid 90s cartoons and comic books and whatever while playing a game that we like. Do not engage in those people, please. Do not. Come here, have a good time. I can defend myself. I can block them, ban them, or just ignore them. Come here, have a good time. All those folks who want to bring in negative energy, They're just unhappy with their lives. Let them be that. Let them be unhappy. Let them wallow in themselves. All right. So, if you said that just get points with the streamer, you probably succeeded. Yes, you did. So, Zelig, I use Raven on my point. Yep, got that one for revives. Yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. Do you find that your poison team is falling a lot? Look at all the debuffs out there. Stacks of Fear on Sinestro. It's a beautiful sight. As what Jeff Saturday say, it's a thing of beauty. And then what is it? Actually does, we could say that Sinestro pancakes people, right? Okay, so don't ever build up Pandora. Don't ever build up Pandora. You are the first person I've heard say that, Hop. You are the first. What's up, Spike? You are the first person I've said don't build up Pandora. Don't need to put stupid in front of 90s cartoons. Was that the comment that was there? 90s totally won. 90s totally won that one. It did. Was that the comment that was made? I didn't even pay attention. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. And as a matter of fact, I was tempted to, let me see. Because I've been talking about it for the longest time. I do have my daughter, so I'm going to have to, I want to, because I get to cook breakfast for her. And not tomorrow. Sometime next week, I'll make that promise. I have the videos and everything. We can do a 90s cartoon stream. I think it's going to be SWAT Cats. I think I'm going to try to avoid the Disney folk. Because I think they're a little bit harsher on that stuff. I don't know. But I do have SWAT Cats. I do have Batman. I do have plenty. So I think I'll run like 4 cartoons. And I don't want to say Monday. Maybe Tuesday. We try to run that. Maybe Tuesday just to see how it goes. We've already watched like some of the animated DC movies. Man, Poison Ivy be doing it. So yeah, we can do that. I got Pandora ranked 10 on my block team with your boy Khan. Yeah, no, he didn't build Pandora. Because I was about to say, that's the thing that got me distracted and we did the cartoons thing. Don't ever build up Pandora. Ha, why do you say, like, you were literally the first person to say that. I've heard everything from she's great in endgame to, I don't know, well, I don't know, not like they were being disrespectful, but I don't know what I'm talking about when I say Kid Flash is the best healer in the game because they think Pandora is. I've heard all that stuff. How do you get to the watch parties? I'm going to just run it on here because I was trying to do the Patreon thing, and that still may be a thing, but at the time, for the time being, I'm going to do I'll just do it on YouTube for like an hour or something. I'll have like my regular stream, and then I'll be like, hey guys, I'm going to watch cartoons, or vice versa, one or the other. So just be on the lookout here. I'll probably put a post in the community tab so you can subscribe and then see in the community tab, but I'll be like, oh, tomorrow I'll do it. I literally have to check my calendar to be sure what day, and I don't want to go through checking my calendar and contacting people now. Okay, so I'm sold on Aquaman on the back. It looks fire. It is good. It is good. He does, like, this is the whole, just because it says that they're a tank doesn't mean you can't use them as a support. Just because they use as DPS doesn't mean you can't use them as a tank. Any of it. It works. Someone also said I could do watch parties on Discord and it might be better for me to do it there. Use the haters as elevators. They're a sign of your progress. You're awesome. Hey, thanks. I appreciate it, Damon. I appreciate it. What was the thing Cat Williams said? If you have 10 haters at the start of summer, you need to figure out how to get to 20 by the end of the summer, something like that. It's the energy thing. For me, I don't know about everybody. When someone challenges me, I get very, very, that's when my arrogance comes out. That's when my arrogance comes out. Like, how dare you? But at the same time, you like get what you give in the world. So like, why not? And what you focus on. So for example, people who would tend to focus on the negative energy. Like, I'm not saying it's hard not to focus on negative energy. So this isn't like a critique or a judgment of them. or anyone who has that issue. But like, you are a collection of what you put your energy into. So I could worry about why those 10 people don't like me, or I could focus on the 10 people that do and invest in them, as opposed to like stripping myself of my mental well-being and mental resources trying to find ways to make those people like me. Not everybody gonna like you, so focus on them. Like, focus on family and friends and loved ones and the positive energy and the positive things that can have their negative side, but like the positive things. And the folks who want to just throw rocks, let them throw rocks. That's fine. You can't hit me. I got this S on my chest for a reason. Bia. Anyway, let me stop. See my arrogant side coming out. All right. Stream Biker Mice from Mars. I couldn't find Biker Mice from Mars because I found. Oh, that was it. I found Static Shock. I found. I mean, let me just go to the list because I think I still have it on my PC. I don't think I put it on my external drive yet. I can give you guys the list of what I was able to find. It was Batman Animated Series. That was going to get found regardless. Gargoyles, which I do have Disney Plus, but I found the other thing. Justice League Unlimited, Static Shock, SWAT Cats. And then there's K-Pop Demon Hunter, but that was for me and my daughter. And that's what I was able to get so far. I gotta be honest, I'm most excited to watch SWAT Cats again. I usually go back and forth to Gargoyles gets put in my rotation like every 5 years. I'll rewatch Gargoyles. 5 to 10. I'll watch it. Batman the Animated Series stays on rotation. I haven't seen it in a while, but it stays on rotation. SWAT Cats, I probably legit haven't seen. It says 93 to 95. I legit haven't seen SWAT Cats since 95. 30 years ago, dog. So I am. That's the one where I'm I remember the Chili Pepper episode. Dog, I can't wait to watch that one. Okay, so let's put another example of Swamp Thing. Not Swamp Thing. Oh no, well actually, since he's convinced on Aquaman, let's put Swamp Thing in the back row, and then try to run something here, and then I will do the Lantern team that was asked for, and see if I can make that work. So plan here is I'm probably going to need a healer to support all of this. Now, in this vein, I think this is where Dr. Poison would be the most useful. That's the plan. Now, that's what I mean, the Saturday morning cartoons thing. That was the idea. I even have a... can I show this right now? I don't know if it's going to look good. Because I had a... I can't really show it. I cannot really show it. Nope. I have a whatchamacallit, a friggin' thing I made for it and everything. So we can go there real quick. As a matter of fact, let me do this. I'll build this team and then I'll show you in a second, okay? But the whole idea I had about the midnight matinee, where it was we watched Son of Batman and we watched Flashpoint Paradox. I put that up. I watched it with some folks, and then it got taken down immediately. Oh yeah, Gargoyles is a Disney show, and that's one of the ones I'm worried about. I feel I don't know if Disney's we coming at you, or if Disney's we got your money, we don't care. I don't know which one they are. I don't know which one Disney is. I feel like Disney would be heavy into litigation. I don't know, but maybe that's me. There's going to be literally 20 people watching it. That's basically in my living room. You know what I'm saying? That's not y'all know I'm not trying to sell tickets to this. Y'all know I'm not trying to make money off of it. And the thing I keep looking up from a legal perspective is I don't give a damn about the money. If they want to if they say we will monetize this and then take all the money from monetizing it, do it. If I get to watch it, I don't give a damn about the money. It's just fun to watch it. You know what I mean? Take them. Take it. Put some commercials in. I don't care. I don't care. But yeah, Hammer Time. I forgot about Hammer Time. Hobbs for the win. You won the stream today. Damn, Hammer Time. I forgot that cartoon. Jeez, I forgot. That hasn't been mentioned at all on the stream, I don't think. No, that hasn't been mentioned at all. That's what I'm saying. No. It's not going to be the red laser shows up from Disney. Disney doesn't do it that way. Disney is immediately, they have people everywhere. Somebody's going to be knocking on my door, handing me a subpoena. You're due in court. Wait, I just started it 5 minutes ago. Yeah, we know. Here you go. I wouldn't be surprised they have somebody living in my building just because they have that many people. Here you go. We'll see you in court, sir. Damn it. I'd rather have the red beam. At least I can dodge a bullet. I'm more likely to dodge a bullet than Disney litigation. Are you kidding me right now? Puh. Anyway, all right. So, poison teams. Now, here's the thing. Sinestro does run well with the poison teams because of the debuffs. I kind of want to keep him in, but I've shown him a few times. So, let's go ahead and put that to the side. Deathstroke is not going to do well here with Superboy over there. So, I don't know if this is a smart idea. We can keep him here for the exhaust. And actually, this is where Aquaman really does work here. Because it gives exhaust and shelter on his ultimate, which would then make their hitting not so bad. Captain Planet was one of the other ones. How old are you? Hulk Hogan and Friends. Hub, I gotta be honest. The mystique of Hulk Hogan is kind of stripped away from me, seeing as how he doesn't like people who have my amount of melanin in my skin. So, yeah. I continually watch the original Spider-Man cartoons and the Amazing Spider-Man Friends. I never watched the Amazing Spider-Man Friends, but I did watch, what was that Disney? There was another Disney one that came out in the early 2000s. Was it Ultimate Spider-Man? There was something like that. That was really, really good. Where should I put Judo Master in place of? By the way, Judo Master over Deathstroke all day. Well, for now. Deathstroke is only rank 8. I want to show you guys something different, not just the same stuff over and over again. Because we could also do... I do like the concept of the... Oh, yeah, you know what? We can do it that way. I just said I don't want to show you the same stuff over and over and over again, and I'm about to show you the same stuff. But basically, where Ocean Master... I'm going to leave the poison one up. Where actually this does attack for everybody. So this one would be better. Because someone mentioned... I think it was Ultimate. The Harlem Globetrotters cartoon. That was like very, very, very... Because they were by the same people who did Scooby-Doo. It was Hanna-Barbera, if I'm not mistaken. And by the way, I'm remembering this from being a kid. This isn't... Because I remember Harlem Globetrotters having a cartoon and they did a Scooby-Doo Harlem Globetrotters like crossover thing, like where they had an episode together. And that was at like the... I'm 6. I don't remember it. Like Spider-Man Unlimited, that was it show, I believe. Spider-Man Unlimited. I think it came in... I think I came in like right when it was like there and popping, but I was little bitty little. Rock and Wrestling was my character to most def. I love that era of WWE. I was the era of WWE where it was The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know why Goldust and Venus, what's his name? Val Venus, whatever his name was. I don't know why they popped up in my head. Like I shouldn't say Undertaker and Kane first, or the Hardy Boys, or Mankind. We had a discussion about WWE and how like that Hell in a Cell match where I actually thought that Undertaker killed Mankind, and I think everybody else did because he threw him off the top of the Hell in a Cell. They had an interview with that where they were talking about how when you go through when they do it, it is real. They hurt each other a lot, but it is choreographed. But part of the choreography is like they have to be in the moment. And Mick Foley is telling Undertaker, yo, throw me off. And Undertaker's like, what? He's like, do it, it'll be good, throw me off. And he's like, okay. Undertaker was worried, but he's like, this man is crazy. He wants me to throw him off the top of this cell. What? Oh my God. Mick Foley was a lunatic. Have you ever seen any of his old school Japanese, like he used to fight in Japan, like do wrestling in the 90s, and you would see just like barbed wire sticking out old buddy's back, and it's like, you know this is supposed to be for entertainment, right? That you're not just supposed to like just rip your body apart like this is old school Rome. You know this is... Okay. Somebody ain't give him the memo. But hearing Undertaker describe that being like, he just told me to throw him off. You think a man who looked that menacing could be like, I'm worried about you, bro. You need to chill out. You need to chill out. God, that was... I think I've seen it like in YouTube videos, but that was... We talked about that in school the next day. about how like Mick Foley, Mankind, whatever you want to call him, like got thrown off the top of the Hell in a Cell. If you have not, if you're too young to have seen that, but you're over the age of 18, 16, go check out Undertaker versus Mankind Hell in the Cell. It's got to be on YouTube. If WWE doesn't have that on YouTube, they're missing a lot of ad revenue because there's a lot of folks who will watch that over and over again. That man was insane. So basically, the idea behind this team is get as many bleeds and poisons out. And though this is it doesn't work well really for where we are right now in terms of team ups because there's only 7 turns. This is like the quote unquote ultimate in damage over time destruction. I don't know about the trick with the barbed wire. I know that there's a trick with like, because I've done it before at a college party. Kids, don't do that. It still has left a knot in my head where we took a bottle. I'm not going to describe that. I'm not going to tell you how to do this because this is not a good idea to put online to teach people how to do this thing. Anyway, point of fact is I ended up with a cut right here and it just gushed and I wasn't hurt. And there's like this really thin thing of skin right here and they would keep a razor in their whatever undergarments or whatever they were wearing. Did I just say undergarments like I'm from the 1880s? And they would do a little slit right there, like on where the skin is thinnest on the forehead. And that little slit, you are not in any danger whatsoever of anything. You don't even have to go to the hospital. It pours. It looks horrible. And it won't stop. Because I was at a party, that cut happened. It was like, you need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital. I was like, no, I'm fine. They were like, yeah, but it won't stop bleeding. It would not. No matter what we did to it, it would not. So I had to go home. Because it just kept like going perfect. Wow, 12 million, 11 million. That might be a good team for you guys to try out. And this 12 million comes from the damage over time with the bleeds as well. So he lost an ear in that match? No, he didn't. Did he really? I didn't hear that part. Dog, Mick Foley is a wild boy. Mick Foley is a wild boy. And 10 million in heals from Swamp Thing. So Swamp Thing as a support, or in that support role, seems to be okay. He's distributing a lot of heals. The team is staying alive. There's a ton of damage that he's helping Poison Ivy accomplish. And this is just straight up. Also, because I'm too busy talking about this stuff, apologies. Also, the reason why this works really well with Ocean Master is that Penguin should be, based on some information we found out previously, Penguin should be in 2 block sets. So 4 block pieces. If he's in 4 block pieces, of course he runs with the character well that likes it when you block and he counterattacks. So running Ocean Master with Penguin in block sets, Nightwing in block sets, that means that there's that activation for Ocean Master more so. Ocean Master more so because he has 2 tanks up there blocking. Then on top of it, poison being put out by Penguin, although very little, he's putting out some. And then you have the poisons being put out by Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy. So that's why they kind of go together. I can't watch that match. Just seeing clips. It is brutal. Like every time, I got goosebumps talking about it now. Every time I see his body just like sailing through the air, I'm like, if he had missed that table and just hit straight, because it's just straight concrete with mat this thick, and it hit that mat, that is game over. I don't give a damn what you say, because he was 30 feet in the air. Like, he was up there. And he went and landed on his shoulder. I don't care what you say. That would have been it. Illusion done and over with. This is over. We got to get him to the hospital, and he might not make it. Bruh. Like, they were high enough up to where, like, Undertaker, a 7-foot tall man, looked small. That's how high in the air they were when he threw him off that onto a broadcast. Dude. Just the fact that he didn't get skewered by a piece of wood alone from that broadcast table is, God protects babies and fools, man. I don't know what to tell you. That was, and it wasn't even like a pay-per-view event. That was just on like a regular old Monday. I think that might be a core memory for me. I remember that vividly. Devs, mad AF, you were making teams with characters people already have built. I know, right? How dare I use my resources that I've already invested in? It wasn't the air. The Hell in a Cell versus Undertaker is the one where his teeth are knocked. That one, I remember that his teeth got knocked up and he had like a tooth in his nose. Oh, that was on regular TV. What were we doing, folks? That was on regular TV. Oh, I remember the tooth in the because I thought it was wood at first. The '90s were wild, bruh. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so I said I would try the Lantern team, but what I'm gonna do real quick is check on my dirt and make a cup of coffee. So let's go ahead and put the Elite Arena on. Ugh, tooth in the nose. Tooth in the nose. Don't care if it's real or not. Anything that's fake but ends up with my tooth and my nose is real enough for me. Give a damn what nobody say. Give a damn what nobody say. My tooth is in my nose, homie. I don't care what y'all say. This is real enough for there's no way there's a man called Big Van Vader. There's definitely a man named Big Van Vader. I remember Big Van Vader. Remember that? Isn't that what he used to do? The Spock thing, but it was not peaceful at all. Boy. All right. So let's see. Mick Foley lost his ear when he was fought against Big Van Vader, not against the Undertaker. I'm rethinking that. I believe. Well, he was in WW's. Wait, WCW was Big Van Vader WCW? WCW had Sting, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, because Hulk Hogan went back. He went from WWF to WCW. Who else was in there? The Big Show, I think, went from WCW to WWF. Back when it was WWF and not WWE. What am I doing? Remember when The Big Show had a sitcom? I never watched it, but I remember the commercials. They tried to put him on. They really, really tried to put him on. The Rock took off in a way that nobody else did, but they tried to put on Big Van Vader. Or not Big Van Vader, The Big Show. They even put Undertaker in an episode of this like demon TV show on Sci-Fi. They were trying to get those actors out there. The only one who really, really took were John Cena, The Rock. I mean, Stone Cold was. I think Stone Cold was in an episode of what's the name of it wasn't. It was like a fake Chuck Norris show. Something Kevin Nash, not the Nash something or another. He was in one of them episodes. They tried to put them on into acting for a little bit. They even made some WWE movies, which were hilarious. I never watched them. I mean, hilarious is the concept. I do not remember when he had his own TV show. I remember when he was doing his own TV show and like Dennis Rodman showed up, but because Dennis Rodman was supposed to be playing in the finals for the Bulls, and Phil Jackson was like, "Yo, you can go to Vegas if you want to," and Michael Jordan was like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you there? Watch the Last Dance." Michael Jordan's like, "What are you doing? You gonna let Dennis Rodman go to Vegas? But we got a basket. What you mean you gonna let him go to Vegas?" Phil Jackson was right though, but no, never that. Big Van Vader, yeah, but that no, I remember Big Van Vader. That was yeah, Thunder in Paradise, right? I think that was the name. Okay, sorry. Lantern Team. So we're going to try the Lantern Team real quick. Then I'm going to look through the league thing and see what I'm going to buy. And then we're going to call it a video. I think Penguin and Swamp Thing are kind of a must together. Me watching Penguin with Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy made me like Swamp Thing a little bit more. So I think I found a way to use Swamp Thing, which feels like a very harsh thing to say about a legendary. I think I have found a way to use him. Makes it sound so damn difficult. Someone said that they thought he was going to get a buff. I don't think so. I don't think it's a DCU situation, but I don't think they can get away with that because they're saying that he's a tank, not a DPS. So it's kind of hard because he's putting out a bunch of heals and stuff. So I guess that can always be the argument. Lanterns. So we're just going to grab every lantern we see along the way, which would be Jon Stewart. I think Jessica Cruz's gear is okay. I like Jessica Cruz, so I've kept like checking on her gear every once in a while. Plus, I think she does do solid damage. Let me double check. And I would not be upset if I took her up this. Okay. Like she has the same, like hers is not really much better than his. In fact, I think his is better than hers right now. Is this attack or HP? Better be attack. Okay. Hers is crit because of the AoE attack on her ultimate. However, I can see the argument for it being 2 attack and 1 crit. Okay, so now that we have the basis of this Lantern Team, whenever anybody shields, she gets stuff. I don't. I guess I could run Lex here. I don't like Lex. in case you guys did not know. We can't run anything blockwise, and we probably need some heels to go here. Excuse me. Funny story, I met Big Man Vader while I was working for Foot Locker in the Burlington Center Mall. I noticed him because of his height and haircut. Very unique. Oh, but it was in Burlington Coat Factory. We're more than great coats. I mean, I guess that is where you need to pick up his clothes. He was not a small dude. You liked it? Family Life show, it was cool. Okay. I never gave it a chance. I saw like they were gonna put Big Show in a sitcom, and I was like, yeah, nah. yeah, no, here, nah, it's not for me. Okay, so now the default with some of these things would be Zatanna. Crit, lifesteal, hooray for all that. We can't run anything block-wise because block doesn't go with shield. I would like to have a second tank here to go along with it. I would probably, well, not even probably, I would put Hal Jordan here if I had Hal Jordan. That would be the way I would start things off. I'm tempted to put Aquaman there. Let's see how that goes. He gets set up so that he can counter whatever's being tossed at us. She's going to do a lot of damage because the shields are going to keep getting added. So that helps ramp her up and give her more stacks. He will do shields on himself, so it should be okay. I'm tempted to move them here to give this a chance to give her a chance to ramp up more. The problem is that her stacks, they get exhausted or expire every time she uses the next ability. So it's not really like you can keep them, hold them, or save them in any kind of like real way. So, Daryl, when I was in high school, I ran into Goldberg. I know you put Goldberg, but Goldberg. Who remembers? I think I've said this on the stream before. Who remembers at In-N-Out? Good burgers though. Five Guys or In-N-Out fight. Who remembers the debate, because Goldberg was WCW and Stone Cold was WWE? Who remembers the Goldberg versus Stone Cold debate? Did anybody have that in school? Lunch table time? Fighting about like who would win. By the way, it was Goldberg 100%. Stone Cold couldn't walk. But does anybody remember that debate? Goldberg versus Stone Cold? Goldberg... I wonder, did Goldberg have the coldest entrance? That guy be... What's up, guy? How you doing? Did Goldberg have the coldest entrance of anybody? Because he would sit there, he would stand in the sparks coming up, and then just stand there for a minute, and then when he would come out, like smoke would come out of his nose. And I'm sorry, that's cold as hell. That was so cold. That was so cold. If I see somebody standing in quote unquote the fire, and then when he comes out, he's like a bull with just like smoke coming out of his nose. Yes, you pick Stone Cold. Stone Cold couldn't walk. He had knee braces on both knees, the size of like RoboCop. Like what the? I just looked at the comments. Bang Bang Bigelow. Bang Bang Bigelow. Actually, I like the Road Warriors. They had the football pads with the spikes on them. His name is... Oh, you were talking about Bam Bam Bigelow then. Okay. Bam Bam Bigelow, not Bang Bang Bigelow. I was thinking of, what was it? Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is a very good movie, by the way. Nothing to do with wrestling. Bam Bam Bigelow, I remember. He reminded me of a giant baby. Use the one I actually met him to. Oh, you met Bam Bam and... What mall were you at? What was your mall? Okay, let's see. How is Jessica Cruz doing? Here comes a big solid. Now, they had something where I was watching her go at, and she was using her ultimate twice. And it was in PvE content. I think it has something to do with her badge. Weakness in Sight right now is on all of the lanterns thanks to Jon Stewart. This may actually be what someone was telling me. This may actually be a very, very, very good thing to do. Jon Stewart's losing his damn mind right now. Believe it or not, you see a lot of stars in New Jersey, especially near the area that I live in over the years. You see quite a bit of stars in Allsburg. Huh. Is it like just good? What's up, smooth operator? Is it just good, like, shopping? Do people not bother? Like, there's this thing about a lot of people coming to Switzerland because it's all nice and dandy, but folks in Switzerland don't really trip on celebrities like that. Not like, oh, we know who they, like, okay, well, I've been here for 18 years. Like, they know who they are and, but it's like, you don't get bothered. Nobody's going to run up and ask you for an autograph or anything. The Swiss are too, like, polite and unassuming. The Swiss people won't come up on you like that. So, a lot of celebrities do, like, come into Switzerland because they can just chill and not have anybody trying to bother them. That's why Tina Turner retired here. I think she passed away, God rest her soul. She used to pay for the lights on the in one of the villages for Christmas, and she would do a New Year's show, actually up until I think relatively recently when she was getting older, but she retired here because she could just chill. She could just chill and not be bothered. All right, so let's check for this real quick. Hopefully it's up north of 20. It is at 21, and Jon Stewart did a lot of damage. Jessica Cruz did her thing. Guy Gardner, not so much. Jon Stewart had a lot of heels that he put out. I feel like Jessica Cruz and Guy Gardner would do much better if I had them in better or ranked up to rank 9. One of the two. Bam Bam had a very sad story. I didn't know. Yes, I've had the debates over Goldberg versus Stone Cold. Yes, Goldberg's entrance was fire. One of the best. Had to be. He was just standing there and all this bright sparks flying off, and then his head was down, and then when they would come up, he just... They even had the thing where he had a record of like not losing a fight for like 100 or something fights before it got broken. They let him do that for a while. Goldberg had one of the best entrances, but I heard Jericho put hands on him backstage. Goldberg, on the other hand, was hilarious. Here's the thing, though. Jericho? Because Goldberg played for the Raiders. I don't know. I mean, granted, that doesn't mean you can fight, but Gilbert on the other... That was a Goldberg spoof? Really? I didn't know that they did a spoof of that. I have a hard time believing Jericho could, like in a real, like they really got into a fight. Maybe they got into a tussle or something. They got pulled apart. But I gotta be honest, Jericho versus Goldberg, I got my money on Goldberg. Like in real fights, like real life fights, I got in the wrestling realm that's different. But like in Goldberg's mad, Jericho's mad, they said something about each other's mama and they finna throw hands. I got Goldberg in that fight. I'm sorry. I got Goldberg in that fight. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jericho about that life, but I got Goldberg in that fight. All right, so let's go back. We're going to look at one more battle with the lanterns, and then I'm going to go to the league shop, and then I got to go cook breakfast. We're going to go cook breakfast. All right. Is there any way for me to ramp up their damage anymore? No. And their gear is poor. Their gear is poor. I have to give that up. And truth be told, it may not be worth it to look at them again because I don't know any other way that I would ramp them up other than maybe putting in Lex and getting more shields out there. That might help. But I feel like Frantic is better and this helps with survivability more. Albeit, how much survivability do we need for the Lanterns if we do have Lex up front? Mr. Terrific would not work here. Raven doesn't go. Hey, get away. It would be nice to have a team synergy for him, but I don't think that's going to happen. I live in South New Jersey, and a lot of pro athletes actually live close all around. Well, to be fair to that concept of New Jersey, you have like what, three... You have 2 NBA teams, and close by, meaning like they're New York, but like 2 NBA teams in New York. you have three New York football teams. I'm counting Buffalo in that, but you have Jets, Giants, Buffalo. Granted, they would live in Buffalo as opposed to New Jersey, I'm assuming, but possible. Um, Plus, if you had something like Carmelo Anthony's situation where his wife Lala was an actress, she would want to live in New Jersey as opposed to Buffalo. I'm saying, I know he didn't play for the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? Because then she could get to her job in New York, right? Do her thing in New York. So it'd be easier for her, but then less headache, and it's not nearly as expensive. Um, no, I can see it. It makes sense once you explain it. It makes sense. I just never thought of it that way, but it makes 100% sense. Yeah, he was on MMA. Brock Lesnar tried to do MMA, and I didn't believe him. He just felt like big and muscular to me, but it felt like if I did a running jump kick at his knee, he was never getting up again. Um, I always seem to run into stars. Carl Lewis, that would have been Smoking Joe Frazier. My mom would have been happy about the Smoking Joe. Jill Scott. Many more. You would be surprised the name drops. I mean, maybe I need to be in South Jersey. Well, I'm not big into celebrities anyway, but maybe I need to be in South Jersey. There's even that's been a WWE story backstage that Jericho put it on Goldberg. That's really was Goldberg. Did Goldberg have his heart into it? I don't know, man. Looks can't be deceiving. That's what I'm saying. That he might just be. No offense to the white people, Jericho might just be a crazy white boy. And Goldberg was like, "Look, man, chill." And Jericho was like, "Nah, bro, you don't cross that line." No, no. Where I'm from, we throw hands. Words. Time for words is over, bro. When are we getting the new characters? The what's her face? Cheshire comes out this week, Thursday. She comes out Thursday the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she comes out the 6th. So Cheshire comes out the 6th, and then Dr. Poison comes out the 13th. All right, so let's see. I don't know that it's really worth it to run them one more time. I do like this trio. It's not bad. The problem I have is I have not developed these characters enough. And as a matter of fact, as we're going through this, since I have to do the league shop, and I might have to leave you guys to go cook breakfast. But people like Jericho, Booker T, Samoa Joe, and of course New York Jack from ECW. Booker T called Hulk Hogan the N word on live TV one time, and that's hilarious. That is a hilarious story. That's a hilarious, and that's not even like a no. He just did that on national television because he was caught up in his role. He says he was caught up in his role. I think he did that on purpose just because he knew it would make Hulk Hogan mad, like real mad, not like we're out here doing a show. It's like no, Hulk, I'm gonna call you this because I know how you're gonna feel about it. Oh, anyway, so let's go ahead and go to figuring out what I need to get from the league shop because Swamp Thing and Aquaman have thrown off my entire accounting. And I did do, I think I did just take DCU to rank 9. So I have Aquaman here with 70 shards. How many shards do I need to take Aquaman up to rank 10? I think I had that planned out. You've been saving up your tokens, 300. Oh yeah, cool. I'm only at like 50 right now. I'm at like 50, whatever's. Yeah. I was hoping to get more, but I just clearly did not. Aquaman, I think is who I should go for. How many do I need to get Aquaman up to rank 10? I think it's like 160 or something like that. 140. If I do another 20, that puts me at 90. And then I need more 8th metal. I could get... Okay, so we're going to do Aquaman now for the league shop. Because then I am so far away from 800, it's not even funny. But I'm going to go ahead and do Aquaman here from the league shop. So let's do that first. We've got that established. Also, many thanks to everyone who made Aquaman available for Mercenary. Definitely using him this week. Really wish... And you know what? Thank you for that, Smooth Operator. I'm going to do this real quick before I forget. And then I think my Aquaman is in my Mercenary, but I'm going to go ahead and double check. And if it's not, I'll put him in. So we're going to change this here to Aquaman. Confirm. And then we're going to buy 20 Aquaman. Bet. So now we have 90. Next, let's go do the mercenary thing real quick because good shout there for smooth operator. I don't know if I put. Oh no, Aquaman is in there. Refresh. I have level 300 Batman might be better than. Well, Mr. Terrific. Wonder Woman. Well, 50. Okay, people like him, so I'll leave it. All right, I'll leave it alone. I forgot I put Aquaman in there. Okay, that. Next on the Elite Shop. The Elite Arena Shop, the best shop in the game. All right, so next are the epics. So, I haven't pulled my desired yet. We need to do the Kid Flash. We need to do the Kid Flash as well. If we do the Kid Flash, I think I can take him rank 10 or rank 11 now. Or maybe not now, but we're going to go check. Mara was in there for right now 40. If I pull Mara, I'll have 80. So doing like 20 now seems kind of stupid because then I'm pushing myself into a situation where I'm going to wait a month. Why would I do that when I could just wait and do the desired? For Poison Ivy, however, if I do 20 of Poison Ivy, that puts me at 35, which puts me 5 away. Would I be willing to spend 5 8th metal to get her up to rank, I think it would be rank 9, rank 10, and then save that desired slot for somebody else? Yes, I would be willing to do that. Anybody else in there? Kid Flash? Kid Flash. Him at rank 10 has been good enough. I think Poison Ivy is more important in terms of pulling her level up. Zatanna has 50. 20 for Zatanna would put her up to 70. 10 to take her up to rank 11. Well, not 10. I need 160. So if she's not even in the competition right now, it's really looking like Poison Ivy is the one I'm going to snatch up from the League Shop. And then the 5 8th medals when I get a chance to... Wait, no. I'm doing the math wrong. I need 80, so I'd have to pull her one more time after that. People are saying Penguin is awesome. Do you think that's true? I hated him for the longest time, but now running him with Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy, I'm starting to like him more. I'm starting not to regret my investment in him as much as I did previously. Let me keep... I did do some... Well, no, you were here. You've been here from the beginning. I was doing some work with him. He does seem to go well with them. I'm going to keep experimenting, though. I'm going to reserve judgment, but there will be a Penguin guide relatively soon. And I do have enough to take Penguin up to rank 9, actually. So, Mara does not make sense if I'm going to pull her from the desired slot. Poison Ivy, I would have to keep her in the desired slot, but then I would only need 5 more to take her up. I wouldn't have to pull her twice. I would only have to pull her once. And those are the only ones who are really in contention. Like, for example, Guy Gardner. I could buy 20 of his, but then what's the, but then to what end? These things over here, to me, when I'm buying them, are for, I forgot about these. Damn. Are for more or less completing stuff, if that makes sense. So when you have like an awkward number of shards, or 70, whatever the case may be, you see how my shards are. This is more like I'm completing it, not subbing something. By completing that for Poison Ivy, I only have to pull her one more time instead of 2 more times to get her up to rank 10. That's a plus. That's a plus. So we're going to use it on Poison Ivy, I think. So hesitant right now. Should I wait until Treasure comes out? Oh, you mean to pull? Yeah, you wait. Don't do any of that. Although, now that you mentioned that, yeah, I would get 20 here, and I would get 10 here. That would put 30. I would still need to pull Cheshire. I would still need to do more pulls. And I'm okay with pulling for Cheshire. I'm cool with pulling for Cheshire. Since you have that 30% thing anyway. And I really do want to get, I really do want to get Poison Ivy up to rank 10. And if I pull her one time from the desire slots now, today, for example, or tomorrow, then she goes rank 10. To upgrade ping. Oh, should you wait? This is one of those like resource questions where it is you're gonna do them both. One is gonna be more useful for the other. I don't know if you should wait or put it this way, if you have to ask the question, then just wait. Wait. Get Cheshire, see what she's like. Maybe you want to upgrade her first. I don't know where your penguin is in the first place. Just wait a little bit. There's no he's there. You got him, he's there. He ain't going nowhere. So if you have a question in your head about it anyway, give it a sec. Let others make their mistakes and their screw ups. If you're just like, let me screw up my account by putting too much in the penguin or poison ivy or whoever the hell I'm about to do this to, right? And then once you see other content creators be like, oh, he is awesome, or damn, I hate that I did that, then you kind of know. Because your hesitation means that you should wait. It means you're not 100% sure about like what's being put out there versus what you're seeing. Which, just chill. Just wait a little bit. Let us screw up our accounts. And then you won't have to screw up yours. All right, so it would take her up to rank 10. And she has proven her value. She really has, because she is hitting like a daggum truck. So I'm going to go ahead and use this on her. Okay. So now when I do pull her that one time, which I will have a whatchamacallit. I will have a epic guarantee coming up from the mother box here, the next 5 pulls that I will do tomorrow for his event. There's a better shot that I get. Poison Ivy. If I pull Poison Ivy, then I could take her up to rank 10. They might start looting grocery stores? That is wait, what? I need more of an explanation than that. I'm gonna need more of an explanation than that. I don't know what you just said to me. I don't know what you just said to me. Alright, so guys, yeah, give me the explanation. I gotta go. Oh, out here in California. Yo, is it that bad out there? Is times that hard? Damn, I need to check with the homie Stuart and Stevie. Got my pity swamp thing. Now I do the risky 5-a-day pulls to get store currency and hopefully build up the next week. That's what I'm doing now. This is why I'm doing this here now, is that I don't mind getting another swamp thing. I'm not like, ooh, I want it, but I don't mind it. But let's get the guaranteed counter up right now. Let's go ahead and boost that up for the next one. I don't know who the next one is, though. And not get lucky with the extra pull. That's the kind of thing. For the government shutdown. Bro, I need to read the news. I am not up on that. Wait. No, somebody mentioned that to me the other day. I need to listen to a podcast. I need to listen to the Daily Zeitgeist and figure out what the hell's going on. Oh, I'm so glad I live in Switzerland. Okay, so on that note, I am about to go in there, cook my daughter some croissant, give her a nice little, berry smoothie. And we're going to watch Phineas and Ferb, and then quite potentially play Avatar Quest for Balance, which is a horrible game. And even she's like, yo, this is a buggy game. Like, it's not good. When a 9-year-old's like, yo, this got a lot of bugs in it. It's like, she's learning what a bug is and glitches and a video game is from that game. So things are very bad. The end product of so many people voting to validate hatred and preach. 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 Just saying. Just saying. No lies detected. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a lovely day, a good night. Yes, I didn't know that's why I asked for fun. Yeah, y'all have a good night, a good morning, a good afternoon, and I will potentially see you guys tomorrow.